Hello everyone. Tonight I am doing some more of the fan questions, what you may or may not know about me. I thought I had it up on the computer, but I don't. So to start off, I'm gonna do a group card on my spirit messages for every one of you guys and me also. And then I will start on some of the fan questions. Okay. So let me shuffle for a little bit and get some questions here from you guys. Get a spirit message for all of us first. Coming up soon, I'm gonna do an investigation on them dolls that Angie gave me. So stay tuned for that. They're still on my back porch. I'm telling you, every time I'm out there, something happens. I had my helper over here helping me the other day, and we were like moving things around, and he took the bag of dolls and put them up on top of the fridge. After he put them up on top of the fridge, things started falling. A picture fell off. It wasn't a picture, it was one of them signs that I made, fell off the wall. I'm trying to think of what else. All kinds of stuff fell off the top of the fridge. And it was weird. He come in and he said, I moved them dolls and stuff started falling everywhere. He was like freaking out. So I definitely need to do an investigation with them dolls that Angie got given to her from the lady at the crystal store. That was crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna do a group spirit message. And we got a child's love. It says, it's really, it's got the orange and white print, and it's really hard to see. Where's my, I gotta turn a light on over here so that I can actually see. It says, the love between a parent and a child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our lifetime, during our time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of our heart. A child's love. So someone needed to hear that. Maybe not every one of us, but someone needed to hear that. Okay, so we are going to get right to the fans' questions. I had to turn the resolution down on my computer because it's glaring in my glasses. I don't have it up here yet, so let me find it here. It's here somewhere. Okay, where is it at? Okay, so it's in here. I have 80 comments. So, if there's something that you want to know and you want to be brought up in a video, put the comment there. Go into the fan fun page. At the top of that page is announcements. You have to click over into, like, it says 7 or 8 announcements. You have to click on that. And then go scroll down to the comment and put your comments there or your questions there. And once you see your question is liked, once I hit the like button, that means I've already used it in a video. Or I've decided I'm not going to use it at all. So I have the right not to answer certain questions if I don't want to. But so far I've answered almost all of them but one. And I've made and this is my 3rd video. Okay, so let's see who the first question is from. God, I hope I'm going to be able to see it. Okay, so Stacy B. Harrison wants to know what made me, she likes my DIY projects, and she wants to know what made me do this on my own. What made you do all these projects on your own? The do-it-yourself projects at my house, well, if we back up to when I had my flood, and we didn't, I didn't know the insurance was going to pay for this, and then the insurance took forever, and I got sick of living on concrete floors, and I talked to the people at Home Depot about this flooring that I bought, and, well, before I bought it, And one guy pulled them out of the package and was showing me how easy it was to do. And then I watched a couple of YouTube videos, and I thought I could do that myself. This is before I knew I was going to get insurance money, because I was sick of waiting on the insurance company. So I started doing it myself, and I thought, well, it is a pain in the ass. It does hurt your knees. It does hurt your back. But I knew I could do it. If you wait on somebody else to do it, it's not going to get done. So I just did it myself. What made me do it was money. You know, I didn't know what we were going to get from insurance company. And then after I found out what we was going to get from the insurance company, I still thought I might as well finish it myself, because then I can remodel my kitchen with that money and with the extra money that I would have paid somebody for labor. So if you think about it that way, I saved a lot of money on labor. And in the kitchen, only the bottom cabinets were covered in the insurance. The top ones weren't. The countertops was not covered. So doing it myself, I saved a lot of money, and I was able to put all new top cabinets in and the granite countertops. So I've never been scared to tackle something on my own. I've always been up north. After our house burnt down, I'm trying to think, it was before our house burnt down. We had this big old porch going across the whole front of our house. And one day I just looked at it and I told my husband, I said, I'm going to close that porch in. He's like, oh, you ain't going to be able to do that. And he didn't have time to help me. I closed that whole porch in myself. I made the walls, you know, spaced the 2x4s, did the outside, put the drywall and the insulation. I did it myself. I was not waiting for anyone. I even put all the windows in. And I bought used windows up there. I bought the kind that you had to make the frames for them to go up and down. Put it all in myself. I did it all myself. I've always been the type of person to, I guess if you call that a man's job, I would rather go outside and work in the yard than clean the house. So that's what made me do it myself. Plus saving money and being able to do other things with the money that I saved. And, you know, I wouldn't change a thing. I love my new kitchen and my countertops and my floors. Wouldn't change a thing. So thank you, Stacy, for your question. The next one is from... Okay, so the next one's from Angela Carroll. And I answered this in my last video. How old were you when you realized you were sensitive to spirits? And what steps did you take to help yourself get more tuned in? What advice would you give someone who has abilities but don't really know how to open up to them like they should? Okay, so I already answered the question in my last video. But the part about... let's see here. What advice would you give someone who has abilities but don't really know how to open up to them like they should? My advice would be open up. And if you have to open up slowly, open up slowly. Get some information. Go to a psychic medium. Find a real one. Go to one. See if you can get literature on how they open up more. I got really lucky when I seen that psychic medium in Casadega, and she gave me all of her learning books on how to use your abilities. I got really lucky with that. And if people are calling you crazy and it's really bothering you, or that you're a witch, or that you're, you know, I went through it all, and it's bothering you, I would just keep it to yourself, but practice on your own. Open up. Because see, I practice on my own a little bit back in the day, but I just really didn't open up to it fully. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to use it. I didn't know why me, you know. It's kind of like, why are the spirits coming to me? Open up to it. I think my advice would be to anyone to open up to it. If somebody is bullying you or anything like that, calling you names and saying you're crazy and you're a witch, and it's bothering you, then I would suggest to keep it to yourself. But still try to use your ability Go out privately. If you just, you know, you can go to a cemetery and just sit and try to, if you're hearing the voices or hearing the spirits, go out by yourself to a cemetery, or go out with someone that you're close to that is not judging you, or not trying to bully you and tell you you're crazy and, you know, all this stuff. Bullies come in all people. I mean, there's bullies everywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bully in school that's bullying somebody. People bully people on YouTube. People bully people into only liking their channels and not other people's channels and stuff like that. So bullies are all types of people. It's not just bullying kids in school. Adults get bullied all the time. All the time. So I would suggest to open up. But if you're being bullied or being you know, judged by your family or your people, I would still say open up, but open up privately with yourself. Do it by yourself, because you will grow and you will learn. And if you're sitting in a cemetery and you're hearing the voices, you can take that in. You can even talk to them aloud and see if they will answer your questions, you know, in your ears. You don't have to be filming. You could film, but you don't have to be filming. So I suggest that you open up to it. Okay, Angela, thank you for your question. Let's see here. The next one is from, okay, so Dennis Ray, and the last name is Petsky? I don't know. My question is, how are you doing after your mini stroke? I know it messed your speech up a little bit. Are you doing better? Dennis, I am doing a lot better. My speech was messed up a little bit. I was like slurring my speech, or yeah, I was slurring my speech. Anyways, if I try to talk really fast, it still does that. It's not as bad. I've had a lot of issues after that. My blood pressure's now, I have high blood pressure. I have high cholesterol, which I may have had the high cholesterol before. I never had the high blood pressure. My blood pressure was always on the lower side when I was younger. But now it's high. I have to take blood pressure medicine to keep it lower. My ankles and my feet and my legs swell up all the time now. They never did that before. I'm trying to think. It's just learning to live a different lifestyle, learning to try to eat better, and make sure I take the medicines, make sure I go to that heart doctor, and you know, try to take care of myself. I am doing a lot better, and I appreciate your question. Thank you so much. Okay, that was from Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. The next one, okay, so Vicky G wants to know what country outside of America I would like to visit. It's never been a reality that I was going to ever get to go anywhere because I don't have any money. But I always wanted to visit Paris. Will I ever get to? I don't know. And if I don't, it's okay. I guess it would be Paris. I guess that's what it's always been. But I'm fine if it never happens. You know, I do want to travel around the United States someday. When my channel gets big enough that I can travel, that's what I plan on doing. So I guess it would be Paris. Yep. Thank you for your question, Vicky. Okay, so the next question is from Bubba Liam Cole. And Bubba wants to know, what are the 3 most scariest investigations that I've done? I would have to say my 30-minute challenges. They've been the scariest to me. I'm trying to think of the 3 most really scary ones. Of course, the witch's house. That was because I got thrown. It was I was on edge the whole video, because, you know, there was a witch there, and who knows who died there. But but I never, it wasn't, it was scary once I got thrown. That was awful. That was really awful. So that would be one of my scary videos. And I'm trying to think of, there's been so many scary ones. Oh my God. Another scary one, I'm not gonna do them the most. I'm just gonna do 3 scary ones. Another scary one was a 30-minute challenge I was doing at Grace Memorial. And I was actually meeting Angie and Florida Girl there. And they wasn't there when I got there, so I thought, wow, I'm just gonna do a 30-minute challenge till they get here. So I'm doing my 30-minute challenge, and I thought I seen headlights, and then I didn't see headlights. So I thought, okay, I didn't see headlights. So I kept on with my video, and Angie and Florida Girl came up and scared the hell out of me. So that was a scary video. And then, another scary video would have been at Sylvan Abbey when I wanted to go see Jesus. I didn't think there was nothing wrong with me. Angie asked me if I was okay. I was fine until I started editing the video. It was crazy. The woman that I seen on the 3rd floor, I feel like she must have tried to take over my body. And wanting to go see Jesus. Of course, I love Jesus. I would love to see Jesus, but I'm not ready to die yet. So that was really weird, wanting to go see Jesus. And then when I was headed back to the car, I collapsed. I felt like something came out of me and I went down. Like all my energy was gone. So I feel like I was possessed there. I feel like the woman went into me, tried to take over, or she did take over, until she left me when I was almost to the car and I went down. So that was another scary one. All right, so thank you, Bubba, for your question. I appreciate that so much. The next one is from Megan Taylor Morris, and she wants to know, what is the worst or scariest thing that's happened to you during an investigation? I would have to say the witch's house. I just talked on the witch's house. That was really, really scary. And also, when I touched Riley's grave and that bomb exploded, I hit the ground and, you know, broke my camera and stuff like that. That was really, really scary. So, if I had to narrow it down to one or the other, let's see, the worst or scary thing that has happened to you, I would say it's a scary thing. I think when I touched Riley's grave, that was really scary. I know I'm answering these questions with some of the same answers, but those are the scary things that's happened. There's many videos that I feel like spirit tries to enter me. It's like, you know, it's crazy. There was one time at my townhouse before I moved here that spirit, I think I was getting ready for vacation, setting up the extra surveillance cameras in the house, and spirit went right through me, and you could see it on the camera. So that was a scary thing also. So thank you, Megan, for your question. Okay, so the next question is from Seraphine. I might have answered one of hers in my other video. Will I ever visit Canada? I would love to visit Canada. It's not going to happen anytime soon because it's not in my budget, because I don't make a lot of money. But when my channel gets big and I start making thousands of dollars a month, I definitely plan on traveling. So it's a good possibility I will make it to Canada. So thank you so much for your question. All right, so the next question is from Lisa Purcell. Are you ever going to get married again? Tyler and I do plan to get married. We don't know when. We haven't really made a time. He asked me to marry him a long time ago. So it's just a long engagement. I guess next year when it hits 7 years, we'll be married like the common law marriage. I don't know. But yeah, it's possible that we will get married again if I don't die anytime soon. I hope not. So I'm trying to take care of myself, trying to make sure I take my medicine and go to my doctor's appointments. Thank you for your question, Lisa. Joanne Goldsnyder, what is your all-time favorite meal? Would that be something that I cook at home or something that I go out to eat? We'll just do both. All right, so if I go out to eat, I like Sonny's Barbecue, and I like the beef special, or there's a platter that has all kinds of stuff in it. I like the beef special. I like garlic bread, coleslaw, baked potato. I make myself a little sandwich with the coleslaw and stuff. I love Sonny's Barbecue. It's one of my favorite places to eat. If I'm cooking at home, I really like lasagna. I like New York strip. My all-time favorite, I don't know. My all-time favorite meal, something I could eat all the time. Suddenly salad, creamy Parmesan pasta. Oh my God, it's so good. I love to eat, Joanne. I don't know. My all-time favorite meal. I don't know. Sonny's Barbecue. Redneck egg rolls. I got so many. I don't know if I have an all-time favorite. Is there something that I could eat every day if I wanted? Let's see. I don't know. I can't think. I don't know. I guess it would just be lasagna. I could eat lasagna. Not every day, though. But I love lasagna. Has to be my lasagna because I don't like all kinds of junk in it. I guess that's it. I don't know. Thank you for your question, Joanne. Alright, so the next question is from Sarah Bulb. It's not Bulb, it's Bub. Sarah Bub, how old were you when you had your first child? I was 15 years old when I had my son. His name is Danny, and he's going to be 40 this year. 15. Very young. Kids out there, don't listen to me. Don't get pregnant. But I wouldn't change a thing, so tell them not to get pregnant, but I wouldn't change a thing. Okay. So, Tammy Burns. Tammy Burns wants to know how many brothers and sisters I have. I have 3 sisters and 1 brother. My one sister, Linda, died. As you guys know, she died as a baby. And I never got to meet her. She was born, Shirley was born first. My brother Joe was born second. Linda, that passed away, was born third. And then she passed away, and then Patty was born, and then I was born. So I'm the baby of the family. So 3 sisters and 1 brother. Thank you for your question, Tammy. Okay, so my next question is from Carrie Compton. Have you ever thought about traveling? Yes, Carrie, I want to travel so bad. It's just not in my budget. I really want to travel. The first place I want to go is Kentucky, to my family graves. I have a lot of family graves there, and I really want to go there. I've been there 3 times already, but I just really want to go back. So I do plan on traveling to Maryland in March of next year, but I really want to go to Kentucky. So depending on how many days I get in Maryland, I may drive over to Kentucky. I'm not sure if it didn't happen last time and I wanted to do it, so we'll see. But I do want to travel. I want to travel to every state in the United States, but I have to get my channel up there and be making enough money to pay all the bills here at my house and still be able to afford to travel and eat and everything that I have to do. So it's going to be a while. So share the videos and help Share my channel. Help me get some more subscribers in here. The more views, the more people that watch the commercials, the more money the channel will make. So thank you for the question, Carrie. I appreciate that. Okay, so Victoria Sniper wants to know if me and Tyler are ever going to get married. A few people have asked this question. Victoria, we do plan to get married someday. We just don't know when. Thank you for your question. Okay, so let me scroll down and find some more questions here. Okay, so Vicky Green, what does it say? Greenhaw? Oh, it's green something. Wants to know, where did you get your green eyes from? Your mom or your dad? Vicky, I have blue eyes. I don't have green eyes. I got blue eyes. So, I think I got them from my dad because my mom had green eyes, but I have blue eyes. Thank you for your question, Vicky. The next question is from Jessica Gullery. Jessica wants to know, when was the first time you saw shadow figures? When I was a child. I seen them all the time. And, you know, my parents wrote it off as, oh, you're just seeing things. Your eyes are playing tricks on you. You're tired. You know, it just got like wrote off as different things. I've seen them since I was little. Thank you for your question, Jessica. Okay, so the next one, let's see. Grady Bell wants to know if, will I ever investigate the notorious Sally house? I think it's in Indiana. Grady, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I would go investigate it. I just don't know, you know, when I'm going to be able to travel. But I would love to travel and investigate all kinds of places. It would be awesome. But I mean, it's not marked off. Yeah, maybe I will someday, but I couldn't tell you when. Thank you for your question, Grady. Okay, so that person was commenting on that other person. Let's see. Okay, so Liz Williams wants to know, in part 1 you say you have 8 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. Whose children are they, and how many children you got, as we only know Angie, the green-eyed angel, Haley, Marcus, and little Tyler, and your son who's got Abby and Christopher. Sorry if it seems like, okay. Okay, so, Angie has Haley, Marcus, and Tyler. And then my son has Abby. And, okay, so Abby is his only biological child. But he married into Brandon, CJ, Hunter. And then Brandon has a baby now, so that would be the great-grandchild. So my son's wife has 3 sons, and then one of her sons has a baby now. And Christopher is, he's always called me Graham. He is Abby's brother, so he's not really my biological grandchild either, but he's always called me Graham, and I consider him as my grandson. He is Abby's brother with her mom and someone else. So, there you go. I only have 2 children. Angie has the 3, and then Danny has the rest. And then one of Danny's stepchildren have the great-grandchild. And then, of course, Christopher is with Abby, and I've been there since he was born. And he's just like my grandchild, and I've always called him my grandson, and he's always called me Graham. So, there you go. Thank you for your question, Liz. I appreciate that. Okay, so Diane Morris wants to know, are you married to Tyler? If not, why? I really wanted to know that. Thank you. Mary. I'm not Mary, I'm Marie. Diane, I'm not married to Tyler. We do plan on getting married someday, but we want it to be really nice, and we don't have the money right now to do something really nice. So we're just waiting. We're happy the way we are, but marriage is not ruled out. We probably will get married someday. Thank you for your question. Okay, so Debbie Plott wants to know if I had an open ticket to anywhere, where would I go? I'm trying to think if it's, you know, if I had an open ticket right now with my lifestyle and my situation that I have going on at home now, where would I go? I would go to Kentucky. I really want to go back there before my time on this earth is up. So I would just go to Kentucky. I would go to my family graves there, and there's 2 cemeteries full of graves that everyone's related to me. So if I had a ticket to anywhere right now, I would go to Kentucky. Thank you so much for your question, Debbie. Okay, so Leanne says, think you're the best, Marie. Love what you do, and thank you. Oh, you're very welcome, Leanne. Thank you. And then here, she might have a question. Leanne again says, I'd definitely go to Florida to the fan meetup first. To the fan meetup first stop, by the way. Oh, yay. So maybe Leanne's coming to the fan meetup. That would be awesome. Okay, so Karen Lindsay wants to know, what are my God-given gifts? Spirits, I don't know. Where else would these gifts come from? I know a lot of people say, oh no, you're witchcraft and you're doing this. I'm not doing witchcraft. I can't help it that spirits talk to me. You know, I can't control what spirits do. I guess I can control what I do, but you know, sometimes it's really nice to speak to your loved ones or to hear from your loved ones. So I guess that would be a God-given gift. You know, God gave me the ability to be a carpenter, to be able to do everything in this house that I have done, to remodel, and to be able to do all the stuff in my yard. So without God, I wouldn't be able to do none of that stuff because I wouldn't be here. So thank you so much for your question, Karen. Okay, so am I at the bottom of the questions? You guys got to send more questions because we're at the bottom now. There's no more questions. Okay, guys, that's the end of the questions, and I'm at the bottom of the question list. So there's no more of you guys' questions. If you want to know more about me, you have to put your questions in a comment on that post, so that I can make another video. Alright guys, I love you, and I will see you guys again really soon. Bye guys.